Talking about Peyton, through 5 games this season, he's leading the conference in completion percentage. I think he's got 8 touchdowns. What are the biggest differences in your mind as an offensive coordinator between him now and him a year ago when you're kind of working him through the weekly grind of getting ready, in particular, for Big Ten games?
I just think he's matured as a person, as a player, his preparation, everything. But I think what he's done is that he was hesitant last year. I think he was, it almost had to be, the guy had to be wide open to throw the ball. And I don't think, this year he's making throws when guys maybe have some coverage, but yet he can still put the ball on a certain shoulder or a certain number, whatever. And he has great confidence in his receivers going after the ball as well as him making that throw now. And I just think he's more aggressive that way.
Watching Ohio State, Penn State on Saturday night, you had an inordinate amount of quarterback draws. Is that something about the Ohio State defense, or was that a Trace McSorley strength? Or what did you see from all that? That's how they got a lot of their first downs that night?
Well, we had a couple of them too, and those were pretty good as well. But I just think that draws, because of their speed up the field, and you can get on them, it creates lanes. And, draws can sometimes be good against defenses like that. And so, they were getting up the field a lot. They weren't blitzing that much. They were mixing it up. But it enabled, the quarterback to get into some lanes. And that guy's a great runner as well as a great passer. But he does a great job of making decisions on where to go.
I think a lot of folks have noted 24 points in the first half and then not scoring after halftime Saturday. But I'm just speaking anecdotally here. But I think the last 3 times Indiana has deferred and then gotten the kickoff in the second half, it's been like 3 and out in the first series of the third quarter. Is that an issue that you feel like you need to address, or has it just been happenstance?
Well, I think, as I've said every week, every game's got a different story to it, right? And in this game, we came out, we felt like they were tired. And we felt like we could really, wear them down even more so. And so that's what we wanted to do. And we got into a favorable third down and just didn't convert it. And that's more on that play than it is on the first 2 plays. So, you don't ever want to do that. But, we wanted to come out and try to wear them down more so. We felt like we had them worn down the first half, so we wanted to continue the process.
What have you seen from the running game, in the first couple games of the season compared to, recently?
I'm sorry?
The running game. The
run game?
Yeah.
Well, it's been inconsistent. We've had it going in games, and in other games we've struggled with it. And I was in here earlier when Don asked about the offensive line, but the run game really goes hand in hand with the offensive line, the tight end, and the running back. They all got to be together. And we had some mistakes in the offensive line, and we also had some mistakes with our backs of not reading properly. And so that makes the line look bad, So it goes together, and we've just got to get in better sync that way. We've had it in games, and we have not had it in games. And so that's where the inconsistency comes.
Mike, you referenced tempo and feeling like you had Rutgers a little tired Saturday night. How important is tempo coming up this week? And then what have you seen out of Ohio State's defense, particularly the back 7?
Well, tempo's a part of us, and that's what we want to do. We want to try to wear people down with it, and we feel like we were able to do that. To answer the second part of your question, it's a fast defense all over. I mean, it's a fast defense up front, and the back 7 is, they're very good. And but last year we felt like we did some good things against them, and I've got a philosophy about when you play a fast defense, I'm not going to give out, but we'll continue to do some of the things that we took from last year away from that game. But we got to do, like Tom said, we got to finish the game better.